Settle in, my lovelies. Find your most comfortable spot. Let the day's worries gently float away. This is Esther, from my sleepy time, here to guide you on a peaceful journey. Tonight, we'll explore a world inspired by a classic tale, woven with threads of magic and memory, designed to soothe your mind and ease you into restful sleep. Imagine a quiet workshop, filled with the soft scent of old fabric and the gentle hum of the city outside. This is where our story begins, in a place where time seems to slow down. Our protagonist, Elara, finds solace here, surrounded by the whispers of the past. She works with delicate hands, restoring vintage clothes, each piece holding secrets from another era. It's a quiet, focused task, perfect for a dreamy soul. The world outside feels too loud sometimes, but here, among the silks and satins, there is peace. One afternoon, a particularly beautiful flapper dress arrives, shimmering with forgotten sequins. As Elara carefully examines it, her fingers trace the intricate beadwork. She feels a hidden seam, a tiny pocket tucked away from view. Inside, she finds a small, cool object, a tarnished silver locket. Beside it rests a faded photograph. It shows a man with kind, searching eyes, dressed in the elegant style of the 1920s. A sense of gentle melancholy seems to emanate from the image. Curiosity guides her fingers as she opens the locket. Inside, etched in beautiful flowing script, is a single word: forevermore. As she lightly touches the engraving, a strange sensation begins. It's a gentle pull, a warm current mixed with a cool breeze. The familiar sounds of her workshop start to fade. The room seems to shimmer, the edges blurring softly. Elara feels a gentle, dizzying sensation, like floating downwards on a soft cloud. She is falling, but it feels peaceful, like drifting into a dream. When the sensation subsides, she opens her eyes slowly. The air feels different, warmer, filled with the scent of summer flowers and distant perfume. She is standing on soft grass, bathed in the warm golden light of a late afternoon sun. The sounds are new. Laughter, the gentle clinking of glasses, and the unmistakable lively rhythm of jazz music. Before her, a magnificent mansion glows, its windows reflecting the setting sun like 1,000 tiny stars. She has arrived somewhere entirely unexpected. She has somehow stepped back in time, into the vibrant heart of the 1920s. Specifically, she finds herself on the grounds of a lavish party, hosted by the legendary Gatsby. This is a name she knows from stories, a figure shrouded in mystery and longing. But this Gatsby feels different, even from a distance. There's an aura about him, a quiet intensity beneath the surface of the celebration. He seems to be watching, waiting, perhaps for something or someone just out of reach. Elara is gently drawn into the party's energy. It's a whirlwind of color and sound, a stark contrast to her quiet workshop. Women in sparkling dresses dance with carefree abandon, their laughter like music. Men in sharp suits move with an easy confidence. It's beautiful, exhilarating, but also a little overwhelming. So many faces, so much noise, so much movement. She tries to take it all in, the vibrant life of this bygone era, while also feeling a quiet sense of being an observer, a visitor from another time. Despite the outward joy, Elara senses an undercurrent of something else, a subtle sadness, a hint of desperation beneath the glittering facade. It's like a beautiful melody played in a minor key. Everyone seems to be chasing something, perhaps happiness, perhaps acceptance. And then she sees Gatsby more clearly. He moves through the crowd with effortless charm, a smile on his face. But in his eyes, there is a deep, quiet sadness, a longing that seems to echo the melancholy she saw in the photograph. He is present, yet somehow distant. Gatsby notices Elara. Perhaps it's her quiet stillness amidst the revelry, or something in her eyes that reminds him of a distant memory. He approaches her with a gentle smile, his voice soft and kind. He seems intrigued by her quiet grace, and the subtle difference in her demeanor. He takes a moment to speak with her, away from the loudest parts of the party. He asks her about herself, listening intently. There's a genuine warmth in his presence, a sense of calm that is surprising given the chaos around them. He seems to see her, truly see her. As Elara spends more time with Gatsby, away from the boisterous crowds, she learns about his world. He speaks of his dreams, his hopes, and the deep, unwavering longing that drives him. He talks about Daisy, the woman who represents everything he desires, a symbol of a past he desperately wants to reclaim. But in these quiet conversations, Elara also begins to sense a deeper truth, a secret that lies beneath the surface of his carefully constructed life. It's a truth that feels both magical and a little sad, hinting at complexities far beyond wealth and status. Gatsby reveals his secret to Elara, perhaps sensing a kindred spirit in her. He is not just a wealthy man chasing a lost love. He is a traveler, much like she has become. He has been here, in this time, for many years, searching for a way back to his own era. The locket Elara found was his, a device, a key to unlock the passage through time. He explains the feelings she experienced, the gentle pull and the dizzying fall. It was the temporal gateway, responding to the locket's touch, connecting their paths across the years. But this power comes with a cost, a delicate balance that must be respected. Gatsby explains that the gateway is fragile. Each time it is used, it weakens slightly, like a thread pulled taut. Using it again, especially for him after so long, carries a significant risk. He could be lost in the currents of time, scattered across moments, unable to find his way back to any fixed point. The thought is both terrifying and tinged with a quiet resignation in his voice. He has lived with this risk for a long time. Elara is faced with a profound choice, one that settles heavily in the quiet space between them. She holds the locket, the key to her own return. She could use it now, step back through the gateway, and return to her familiar life, leaving Gatsby and this vibrant, fragile era behind. Or she could stay with this man who has shown her kindness and shared his deepest secret, risk her own future, her own path, to help him find his way home. It's a choice between safety and connection, between her time and his. Let's settle deeper into Elara's experience, feeling the texture of this moment. Imagine the soft breeze on her skin, the distant sound of the party now a gentle murmur. She looks at Gatsby, seeing not the legend, but the man, vulnerable and hopeful. Her initial awe of the 1920s begins to deepen. She sees the beauty, the energy, the freedom embodied by the flappers. Their spirit is infectious, a joyful defiance that resonates with her own quiet longing for something more than the ordinary. Yet she also sees the quiet struggles, the subtle lines of worry on faces, the hushed conversations about money, the unspoken rules that govern this glittering society. The past, she realizes, is not a simple, perfect picture. It has its own complexities, its own shadows. The glamour is real, but so is the underlying tension, the sense that this vibrant era is perhaps too bright, too fast, burning itself out. It adds another layer to the world she is experiencing, making it feel more real, more human. As she listens to Gatsby speak of Daisy, Elara begins to understand the depth of his obsession. Daisy is more than a woman. She is a symbol of a past Gatsby idealizes, a life he believes holds the key to his happiness. He has built his entire world around this single, unwavering hope. But Elara, with her perspective from another time, can see Daisy's flaws more clearly. The self-absorption, the careless disregard for others' feelings. It's a painful realization, seeing the object of Gatsby's devotion and knowing she cannot fulfill the impossible weight of his dreams. In the quiet moments they share, away from the noise and the expectations, Elara finds herself drawn to Gatsby, not to the myth, but to the man beneath. His kindness, his quiet strength, his unwavering belief in the possibility of recapturing a dream, these are the things that resonate with her. She sees the good heart beneath the lavish exterior, the potential for a different kind of happiness than the one he is so desperately chasing. A gentle affection begins to bloom, a quiet connection that feels both natural and impossible. Their connection deepens, a quiet understanding forming between two souls adrift in time. But Elara knows, with a gentle ache, that their paths are fundamentally separate. Gatsby's heart is tethered to the past, to Daisy, to a dream he cannot release. And even if he could, their love would be a fragile thing, stretched across decades. They belong to different eras, their lives shaped by different worlds. It is a love born of shared secrets and quiet moments, beautiful, but ultimately bound by the constraints of time itself. As Elara and Gatsby explore the nature of time travel, they discover they are not alone. Other travelers exist, some seeking knowledge, others power. They learn that altering the past, even in small ways, can have unpredictable and far-reaching consequences, like ripples spreading across a pond. The timeline is a delicate tapestry, and careless hands can easily unravel its threads. They begin to understand the responsibility that comes with this knowledge, the need to protect the flow of time from those who would exploit it. They also discover that someone is actively working against Gatsby, trying to keep him trapped in the 1920s. This mysterious figure, known only as the chronomancer, seems to anticipate their every move, setting subtle traps and creating obstacles. Their motives are unclear, shrouded in secrecy, adding a layer of quiet suspense to their journey. Who is this person, and why do they want to prevent Gatsby from returning home? The question hangs in the air, a quiet threat in the background. To understand the chronomancer and find a way forward, Elara and Gatsby must delve deeper into the nature of time itself. They embark on a series of gentle journeys, stepping through the temporal gateway to observe different eras, seeking clues and understanding. They visit moments of quiet beauty and historical significance, perhaps a peaceful afternoon in ancient Rome, listening to the distant sounds of the Forum, or a quiet evening in a Renaissance garden, the air filled with the scent of flowers and the soft strumming of a lute. These journeys are not grand adventures, but quiet observations. They might see Leonardo da Vinci sketching peacefully by a window, or hear the distant rhythmic chipping of stone at the base of a pyramid. They are witnesses to history, not participants. Each glimpse into another time adds to their understanding, revealing the interconnectedness of moments. They learn about the subtle energies that govern time travel, the whispers of past and future echoing in the present. Through these quiet explorations and piecing together subtle clues, the identity of the chronomancer begins to emerge. It is a revelation that is both surprising and tinged with sadness. The chronomancer is Daisy Buchanan, but not the Daisy Gatsby knew. This is a future version, twisted by time and regret. She has become consumed by bitterness. Her love for Gatsby curdled into resentment. She blames him for her unhappiness, for the choices she made, for the life she feels she lost. Daisy, as the chronomancer, has gained control over temporal energies. She has been subtly manipulating events, creating small paradoxes, not to harm Gatsby physically, but to torment him emotionally. She wants to break his spirit, to make him suffer as she believes she has suffered. Her goal is not to destroy him, but to force him to return to her, to love her on her terms, trapped forever in a reality she controls. It is a sad, desperate plan, born of a broken heart and a refusal to let go. The final confrontation is not a battle of strength, but a meeting of broken hearts across time. Elara and Gatsby face Daisy, not with weapons, but with understanding and sorrow. They see the pain that has driven her to this, the loneliness that has consumed her. It is a quiet, emotional exchange, a moment of reckoning for all three of them. Can they reach the woman Daisy once was? Can they help her find peace, or is she too lost in the labyrinth of her own making? Elara and Gatsby make a difficult, compassionate choice. They could use their knowledge to neutralize Daisy, to remove her as a threat, but they choose a different path, one of empathy. They believe that even in the deepest darkness, there is a possibility for healing. They gently guide Daisy to confront her pain, to release the anger and resentment that have trapped her. They show her the unintended consequences of her actions, not with judgment, but with quiet understanding. Slowly, tentatively, Daisy begins to let go. The weight of years of bitterness begins to lift. She sees the damage she has caused, the suffering she has inflicted, and the emptiness of her quest. It is a painful process, but a necessary one. With Elara and Gatsby's gentle guidance, Daisy finds a measure of peace. She cannot undo the past, but she can choose a different future. She uses her knowledge of time, not for manipulation, but for quiet observation, and perhaps, eventually, for gentle correction of small imbalances. The timeline is stabilized, the immediate threat resolved. But the journey has taken its toll. Gatsby, weakened by his long stay in the past and the strain of the temporal conflict, knows his time is limited. He looks at Elara, his eyes filled with a quiet love and gratitude. With his remaining strength, he focuses the locket's energy not on himself, but on her. He sends Elara back to her own time, to the present day. His last words are a gentle whisper, a farewell filled with love and the hope that she will live a full, happy life. Elara finds herself back in her quiet workshop, the scent of old fabric familiar and comforting. The sounds of the city are real again. The locket is cool in her hand. Gatsby is gone, a memory now, but a vivid, cherished one. Her heart aches, but it is also full. She carries the weight of her experience, the knowledge of time, and the memory of a love that transcended eras. She is changed, deepened by her journey. The quiet workshop feels different now, imbued with the echoes of the past she has witnessed. Elara decides to share her story, not for fame, but to inspire wonder and curiosity in others. She creates a space, perhaps a small, quiet museum, or a series of gentle online talks, dedicated to the history and mystery of time. She shares her experiences, the beauty and the fragility of different eras. She becomes a quiet voice of wisdom, a guardian of stories from the past. Her life is filled with purpose, honoring Gatsby's memory by embracing the possibilities he showed her. She finds joy in the present, enriched by the depths of her past journey. And sometimes, on quiet evenings, perhaps when the light is just so, Elara returns in her mind to that sprawling green lawn. She remembers the sound of distant jazz, the feel of the soft grass, the golden light of a summer evening. She remembers Gatsby, not as the legend, but as the man who shared his secrets and his heart. It is a bittersweet memory, a quiet moment of connection across the years. The story lives on, not just in her telling, but in the quiet corners of her heart. The story of Elara and Gatsby, of time and love and second chances, is a gentle reminder. It tells us that even in the most unexpected places, magic can be found, that connections can form across any distance, even time itself, and that love, in its many forms, has an enduring power. It's a story to hold on to as you drift towards sleep. Let the images fade gently, the sounds soften. The quiet hum of the universe, the gentle flow of time, is always there, a comforting presence. Now, my dears, as this story settles in your mind, allow yourselves to settle deeper into your own space. Feel the support beneath you, the softness of your pillow. Let your breath become slow and even, a gentle rhythm guiding you towards rest. Release any lingering thoughts, any worries from the day. Imagine them floating away like tiny leaves on a calm stream. You are safe, you are peaceful, you are ready to rest. The journey through time is over for tonight, and the journey into sleep begins. If this story brought you a sense of calm, a moment of peace, please consider giving it a gentle acknowledgement, a quiet like, a soft comment below. It helps others find this space of rest. Share your thoughts, perhaps a feeling the story evoked, or a moment that resonated with you. And if you wish to return to my sleepy time for more soothing stories and gentle sounds, subscribing is a quiet way to ensure you don't miss our next journey. Thank you for joining me tonight, my lovelies. May your dreams be peaceful and your sleep deep and restorative. Good night.